I've already beaten you. This is what I'm doing for the rest of the video, little child. Insulted!
OBS is a free software. It's a free software. I use it. Everyone I know uses it. Everyone uses it. Don't have a fucking nasty ass watermark.
Hey, before we start the video, for this next bit, I cut my hand. Look, pretty cool. Begin. So it appears that Mini Dad doesn't seem to like the Filmora 9 watermark, huh? So I was gonna do a bit where I like shoved out the watermark and then I switched to this new editor called Shortcut. It's, I don't know, I'm trying to work my way around it, but it doesn't work. I looked up his tutorial and it just, screw you, Mini Dad. So anyways, I cut my hand for that bit and I am using a different editing software. It's the one that Mini told me to use, and then I mentioned the watermark and then he said I was self-aware. Call me 5000 IQ, pretty cool. I feel like I should make a definitive reason why I won't switch. Basically, I know how this works and it's easy, and I have to learn other things, and I got plenty of homework already, so I'm not gonna learn. So, that guy that said to use OBS, for God's sakes? No. Also, people say that the watermark is like another, what, trademark or something like that? I've never wanted to watch a dinosaur movie set in 1993 New York City, but the main character is just a child, and, well, you have a very specific taste. We're back. A Dinosaur Story. It's a movie. It's not that bad. It's not like my wound. It's not that bad. It's not gonna make a lasting impact. But it does leave questions. For the wound, for this, what part did it hit? And for the movie, it's mainly, there are some key details that raise some questions. So yeah, Dinosaur movie set in 1993, and so obviously there's gonna be that scene where all the dinosaurs getting chased, and at one part, there's a tank. Show it. A tank. Why would the police force have a tank in 1993? So I'm actually going to propose a theory. Just gonna go ahead and say it. This takes place in the Modern Warfare 2 universe. The remake, not the original. You know, because like Russia invades America, and so that happened. And so now there's just tanks, in case they, do it again. Also, this movie takes place after Modern Warfare, 3. Don't judge my timelines. Also, no, we're not doing, chill beats to lo-fi hip-hop radio, beats to relax / study to. It's whatever I've chosen. And I promise this is the last thing before the video starts. If you want to be a part of a video that I have planned, because I'm bad at planning, put down in the comments if you want. The 3 ideas I have, I'm just gonna put them up here so I make this video shorter. Is that music? Yeah, this was made by Mr. Spielberg. You get the idea, let's skip. So anyways, yeah, now we got golfing going on. Now you may be wondering, who are these characters? Don't mind them, we're just gonna skip through.
He's so adorable!
Yeah, that's like the first plot point, is this kid, is embarrassed that, his mom likes him, or loves him, and then he falls, and then he and Rex talk, and it's flashback. And then there's Alien, and then there's he's learning, and now we're meeting the rest of the characters. So we're however long we are in the movie, and we've gone through like 4 different plots that could be going down. And it's just, oh, haha, this guy wants to leave and join the circus. Who doesn't? And meets Rex, and flashback to when Rex was primal, and then Alien, and now he's smart, and I mean, I did just show that. I don't know why I just said that again. Why do YouTubers do that? Like, they just re-explain what happened. Well, since I did, I guess that means I am a YouTuber. So currently now, we have gone into the character introduction scenes, the other 3 dinosaur characters. The footage is a little bit chopped around, so we're gonna edit it together so that we're going into each character a little more in depth than it does. And we're going with Elsa.
I'm Elsa. Enchanted and delighted to make your acquaintance, Rex. Oh, pardon my wingspan, won't you please? Rex, I feel such a fool, but I must say, you are a rough and handsome fellow.
And no, this is not supposed to be a romance thing between Rex and Elsa. She does this with, like, everyone. Not everyone, but, like, too many people. And it's just, you know, uncomfortable. For obvious reasons. Next, we got the Triceratops guy. I forgot his name. Because there's nothing really outstanding about him. You know, like being a slut, or kind of like technically the main character. He has that accent.
Amooga. You want a hot dog?
Mm-hmm. And he's eating hot dogs. They all... Oh yeah, the hot dogs. They kind of shape it up to be like a common like thing through the movies, but like after this scene, hot dogs are only featured one other time. You know, because you do that. And lastly, we got Dweeb, and I remember his name because Dweeb is a name enough, and, well, just name. Anyways.
Don't forget the sauerkraut. I was amazed by the sauerkraut.
She laid an egg.
I did. I laid an egg. I was so embarrassed.
So now that Elsa has emotionally scarred me forever, let's go ahead and move on to our next character, Professor the New Eye.
Greetings, friends, and welcome to my ship. I'm Captain New Eyes. I live in the far future, when all the species and all the planets have had to learn to get along.
He is a good guy. He is the inventor of the brain grain, and yeah, he's from the future where everyone gets along. He has this weird motivation where it's like, I want to give back.
I've made a fortune out of my brain grain cereal, and now in my golden years, I'm trying to give something back.
You gave knowledge. You literally just made people knowledge. And you're wanting to give back. It's like, here's this water. And then I forgot to put in the scene where he's like, I want to give back. That's what you're doing. Now I get that I'm like saying like, you have dumb motivations. It's good to be good. But like, just keep being good. Don't do this.
I'm trying to make a few wishes come true. To that end, I invented this. It's a wish radio. With it, I can hear what people are wishing for, especially young people, because they wish the loudest.
You could just cancel wars, and you're like, I want to make a kid's wish of bringing dinosaurs back. And that is actually what it is. We got wishes, and all the kids are like, I want a specific dinosaur, but like, who? I haven't even heard of like the one that Dweeb is. Every kid like has like a specific thing. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like all these kids, they actually like get their wish. They show up. They don't like all get their wish fulfilled. Like, we don't see that kid. This kid, he wishes for a mustache like his dad. He doesn't get it. I'm just kidding. My dad doesn't have a mustache. He has facial hair, but it's more like stubby. And yeah, I did shave. My mom told me to, but until like for a little bit, I still have facial hair because I actually recorded this the next day after that scene. I'm not doing a retake because I spent a lot of time on that. A lot. Continue. I like this one.
I wish I had a Thanksgiving hat.
It gets so much focus, but it's like a Thanksgiving hat. Also, isn't it funny that like the day after we celebrate being thankful for what we have, we celebrate literally just going out and trying to kill each other just for like a deal on a PS4 or something? Black Friday. It's not a racing, don't worry. So anyways, the captain says, hey, go to the middle future, or 1993 as we commonly know it. Or whatever, they never specifically say the time. This was released in 1993, so I'm assuming it's 1993. But considering this takes place in the Modern Warfare 2 universe, the remake, or just say it's, after. So they go there, and as you can see, they kind of just... So are they just waiting, or what? How does this time travel work? Again, this is one of those world building things that I'm having questions about. There will be, I think, slightly more. I don't know if it's just like one more now that I think about it. But, what? Also, there are two characters that he says that the dinosaurs gotta know about. The lady, because they're gonna go to the Museum of National History. That pops up way more than the hot dogs. Not way more, probably like 2 more times than the hot dogs, so a total of like 3 or 4. I don't know, I haven't watched this movie. Hey, I just spent way too long, so I'm just gonna say it out. The lady runs the museum, and she's gonna look after the dinosaurs, and she's gonna have a dinosaur exhibit. Oh, look, it's dinosaurs. And there's also another character, Screw Eye, and he's the evil antagonist. He's Screw Eye because his eye is a screw, and he's evil because he lost his eye, and honestly, big mood. And then, he just throws dinosaurs off. Hey, we're doing this again. Professor Captain he just drops them out of the sky at skydiving distance. And honestly, that's kind of dumb. I feel like from the future, you could just teleport them to like the Museum of Natural History, and boom, easy. The professor would just be like, "Oh, lit," and then, yeah. So here we get our little introductory scene to Louis. He's just rocking out on a ship, and dinosaurs. As you do. Anyways, yeah, the dinosaurs, they break the ship, and they had a raft, so they get on the raft, and they're all like, wow, pretty cool area. They say Louis, and then they all introduce themselves to Louis, who is the kid, if I didn't say that, and Louis like, oh, I think I've gone insane, and then seconds later, he's all chilling and just vibing with the dinos, and he says that he's running away because his mom shows affection in public, and he says, that's not manly, I gotta be manly, so I'm gonna run away and join the circus. Wait, what? Okay, so this is the next detail that shows that this has some weird world building ideas. Is just kids running away to join the circus a common thing? We have the little bird and Louie. They both are like trying to run away and join the circus because both of their moms show affection in public, and it's embarrassing. I mean, yeah, I get it, it's embarrassing, but you don't have to run away. Like, Louis says that he's running away to join the circus. Later, he doesn't actually say it here. But that scene has an entirely different egg that's just horrible. I'm just gonna listen to Let It Go so I can think of a different better. I'm fine. What was I? How is this already 15 minutes? And 15 seconds. Whatever. We're back in Dinosaur's story and completely jack up the pacing. So the dinosaurs say that they're trying to get to the Museum of Natural History. And Louis says that he's going to join the circus. The circus is in Central Park, and the museum is next to Central Park. So they're going to go together because Louis knows where Central Park is. So we'll take the dinos there, and then they'll go to the museum. Hippity hoppity, that sounds like plenty oddy. Once they get on land, they admire the city, and then they're in the sea, and no one cares. So they get going, and they're like, wait, we just can't like go out in public, because like, we're dinosaurs. That's a smart thought. And then Louis is like, hey, why don't I just take Elsa and we'll just fly around and try and find a good way to conceal y'all.
What?
Hilarities ensue. And then we get introduced to the next child. This is the girl. And Louis talks, and we learn that girl has a bad relation with her parents, but it's an actual one. As Louis puts it,
Do they beat you?
So anyways, yeah, this is the scene where Louis says that his mom embarrassingly affectionates him, but he never says anything about his dad. You know, as you do. And he says, what, do they beat you? So, this is the other world building issue thing that I have that raises questions. Did Louis' dad beat him? This is an actual question I have. This is a legit... What? But anyways, I still haven't figured out what her name was. Let's say it's Molly. I think it is Molly, though. She says that her parents, they don't give her much attention, and it's Thanksgiving and they're out doing work. So anyways, Molly decides to run away and join the circus with Louis, and she throws her hat for symbolism, and then it lands on the girl that wants the Thanksgiving hat. You know what? I've already beaten you. This is what I'm doing for the rest of the video, little child. Insulted! So now we're jumping back to the other dinosaurs, and they're not doing a very good job of staying hidden. Here are 2 examples up there. Wow, playing videos. Pretty cool. I would say, how have they not been found out yet? But there's also this. I'm just gonna say that all New Yorkers have bad eyesight, so cool. Anyways, Louis and... still haven't figured out. We're changing her name to Mo, and they're talking about the plan, and then all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a 1993 dinosaur movie set in New York City without 2 kids falling in love. That's very specific, but anyways, Louie just out of nowhere is falling in love with Mo. And I don't understand why they put that in. So the plan is that they're in a disguise as animatronics and be in the Macy J. St. Parade. Parade. They're gonna be on that Thanksgiving parade. So it's very timely. When did this come out? Thanksgiving? Again. Followed by a day where we kill each other for good deals on Xbox. They are there and they get in. This is not a world building thing. This is like a CinemaSins sin. How did they get there? Like, how did they just like integrate in? Did these kids be like, hey, these guys are like gotta get in there, and the people that are working at the parade are like, it seems legit, and they get in. How do they get in? But everyone was like, wow, those animatronic dinosaurs are cool. But everyone's like, man, I wish it was a real dinosaur. And then Rex out here is like, actually no, I have a better idea. Oh. And then musical number. Honestly though, it's a good musical number. It's got good vibes. I just have questions. Maybe only one. So the marching band, I didn't. If I showed it earlier, I showed it earlier. If I didn't, here it is. Or maybe I'll just show it anyways. No, that requires effort. They just play along perfectly. They're like, okay, so. Well, actually, I have a book backwards. They play along perfectly. It's like, oh, wait, I thought we were doing that later. Those dinosaurs, I thought they were coming in like 5 minutes. And wasn't the T-Rex supposed to be blue? Whatever. Just go ahead and play rock song. And then they play. And I actually do have one Oreo Buildings question. Does Rex still eat? What? I think that question is pretty self-explanatory. Does Rex still eat? And yeah. So that he's going, he sees a inflatable dinosaur that the band, I guess, was supposed to be thinking that dinosaur was just gonna go dancing, and he pops it, and it goes, and whatnot, and the entire parade just stops, because, you know, it's giant. Stop at it. I think you can tell that I've waited 4 days to continue recording, but let's continue on. So, anyways, yeah, the parade stops, and then there's this one little kid that goes, look, it's real dinosaur. Aw, you foolish child. That's not a dinosaur, that's just a bunch of guys in a suit. Well, at least I think that's what happened. As I've stated, I haven't seen this movie, but anyways, I'm gonna talk about a quick thing about this. It's not really a bit of a world thing, it's a brain drain thing. So, remember when I said to remember this scene earlier? It was Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Rex was singing that when he was getting the brains. But when was that song invented? Because that's a good question. You kind of just learn. You just start singing it like, my hands smell like meat. Well, I am meat. So yeah, he sings Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And in this scene, he sings the song that he's singing. So does the brain drain give him that song? Or did he come up with it on his own? And like, everyone in the marching band was like, quickly, just play whatever notes sound like they would work with it. And everyone does. And if that's the case, then that is the greatest marching band ever. Or he learned that song, and everyone in the marching band knows that song, and they just play with him. But hey, these are just dumb, registered fool, trademark theories. Let this image be forever ingrained into your brain. But anyways, I've lied to you on 2 occasions. I have seen this movie, and, well, when the girl says real dinosaurs, everyone freaks out because, oh, it turns out that is a real dinosaur. The people nowadays just don't understand how to actually, you know, have their own independent thought. And I feel like that's when we need brain drain. Especially now. We're gonna take a quick break, because that's what this video needs to be longer. Oh, what's this? The Orcs tab is trending. Yeah, Orcs is on the trending tab on Twitter. And I have become so accustomed that I knew that this was somehow going to be a race thing. And I'm not disappointed that it is. No, I am disappointed. I'm just confused. We do need brain drain these days. Anyways, friendly reminder to follow my Twitter at full register. If you think I'm not gonna plug my own content on my own videos, I've plugged my content on a Mini-Lad meme stream multiple times. Man, there's no crap. Man, there's no audio. And instead of going back and, you know, re-recording all that, I'm just gonna, you know, whenever there's supposed to be a line, I'm gonna say what the line is. And that sucks. It's also a mini screen because, as you can see, it's slower. And I got this PC like 3 years ago, pre-built, for $600. So, this guy? No. This guy? Oh no, it's Screw Eye. I don't know what else to say, it's Screw Eye. And that's a clown. It really do be a clown, but not the society kind or the murder kind. It's a friendly clown. What this circus is about is that it's a scary circus and not a woo circus. And yeah. And Louis still wants to join the circus, but Tiffany doesn't. So after dialogue, Screw Eye says don't join the circus. Megan says we shouldn't. Louis says I do what I want, I'm a man. Screw Eye says no. Louis says yes. And Screw Eye whips out this blank piece of paper and says sign this contract. And it really do be like that sometimes. You know, a standard sign in blood thing. But like also, if you're really keen on like not having them join the circus, don't have a contract so that way they could just leave whenever. Like their parents show up because, you know, they ran away. And I don't know. They find them. How? I don't know. Parents show up and like, hey, those are our kids. You legally have to give them to us. And then Screw Eye's like, also contracts aren't supposed to be legally also at their age, I'm fairly certain contracts aren't legally binding. You know? Hope you do. Why do I keep doing this? It's literally Milady. Old meme. Yeah, he really likes crows too. Screw Eye really likes crows. It comes up later. Anyways, like, yeah, just after the dinos show up, no, just before the dinos show up, they have that contract, like, signed. But, like, yeah, it's not legally binded. Come on, Rex. And the other dinosaurs. I thought you had brain drain. Don't you know the laws? They're not legally binded. Well, maybe it's Soul. God, I gotta read up on that law stuff and Soul. But it's not real, so I don't have to. Anyways, Rex is like, guys, Screw-Eye is evil. Counterpoint. He really isn't evil. He may be the antagonist, but like, he's not evil. This isn't one of those like deep, but the villain was not evil all along. He just had a motivation, and he really wasn't doing a good job at doing a good job. For being good. No, this guy's just vibing. He's got a scary circus, and that is not a very active market. That's a pretty good way to get rich quick. Make a scary circus. I mean, it's a lame circus though. Like, their scene where they do the circus? It sucks. I'm not gonna show it. Look it up yourself. Oh yeah, the kids turn into apes, and... Context. Hang on, no. That's not the series of events. Okay, Jack. Screw-Eye turns, the kids into monkeys for no reason. Because he gave them anti-brain drain. This isn't really confusing in the movie. I'm just trying to figure out what happens. I could just press play and just fill in the audio, but that's not my thing. You know what, let's make it my thing. Alright kids, take your vitamins. No, it said eat your vitamins. Hey, don't do that. Okay, do that. Alright, kiddos, I'm gonna break this in half, and, just eat your vitamins, guys. Eat them. And, up, they're apes. Hey, do you want them to be apes? But they're, like, not gonna be apes for, like, ever? If you want to break their contract, you'll take this stuff and then you'll be, dum-dum, because this is actually not vitamins, it's... So Screw-Eye can just hypnotize people. Is this like magic or something? Or... That was a yawn, by the way. Well, I can't think of ways to act like really confused, so why don't we just go ahead and, So Screw-Eye, he makes them take these pills that, take you back an evolutionary stage when the kids are apes. And so Screw-Eye's like, look, y'all, the fear radius says monsters are scary. I can turn y'all into monsters, and I think that'd be really good for business. So, I'm willing to, like, rip up these kids' contract and make y'all monsters. So, y'all take these pills that will make you monsters, and I'll rip up the kids... Did I say that? Well, I know I didn't say that, like, the anti-brain pills are... When you cut them in half, they're temporary, they wake the next day and they're fine. Anyways, all the dinos agree to, like, take the pills and the plot moves on. How long is this video? Yeah, this is a long video, so if you've come this far, comment poggers because I want to feel good about myself. So, since we're like 34 minutes and 15 seconds in, give or take, I think we just need to go ahead and start wrapping this up. There's a climax. I would do, and then there's a scene and no one cares again, but that requires effort, and I didn't really enjoy making that, so if I'm doing that in a video, it's probably going to be one time. So, it's the scary circus, and then Screw-Eye's like, behold, dinosaurs. and then everyone's scared because it's dinosaurs. At this moment, I realized that I didn't put on my hat, and it is 4:47 a.m., so I'm not re-recording this. But then Screw Eye's like, watch. And then he hypnotizes Rex with, his Screw Eye. And Rex follows Screw Eye's demand, or commands. And it's working and whatnot. And then the crows are like, caw! And then they hit a thing, and then the lights sort of glitch out, and they're just flashing a bunch, and that breaks Rex's hypnosis. And he's gonna eat Screw Eye. He's not a good dude, but he's not a terrible dude, honestly. And Louis sees that because he tries to save him, but how do you do that? With the power of love. And saying please a bunch. We don't have audio because it glitched. And it works. So it works. The audience is already all left because, don't want to die. It's a really good circus. And then Noah comes in and is like, Louis was wishing that no harm would come during this climax. I heard that. So Screw Eye, what are you doing here? You're causing a lot of trouble. And then stuff. Well, dialogue, that's the stuff. Then we get the only good scene with the clown, and I'm not even gonna show that. If I can Google this one joke that I like, then I will get it.
And a giant clown that opens to reveal the American flag held by a mermaid and a normal brother, Richard!
Mermaid. Is this the last movie that Danny Gonzalez, owner of the YouTube channel Danny Gonzalez, the guy who did movie reviews such as Scales Mermaids Are Real, this is one of the movie titles of that movie that he did, the last one that he did. Scales Mermaids Are Real, without the scales. But it's a question. No, we're not doing that bit again. We're just gonna move on. I should probably get my hat. 2 questions. 1, are mermaids real? Is that like a fake mermaid and his regular brother Richard? Her regular brother Richard? And I was actually wrong. The audience is still there. They're watching all this and they're laughing along and whatnot. Are mermaids real? That's all I'm asking. And no one's... If they are real, then... Well, I should probably say, are mermaids not real first? If mermaids aren't real, then people are just looking at them wow, that's a girl in a mermaid tail with a regular brother Richard. But if mermaids are real, then 2 things are happening. 1, people are funny... That's not a real mermaid. Laughed. Or 2. Well, first we got dinosaurs, now we got mermaids. This is pretty whack. But they're not really reacting, because, it's dinosaurs. Already. And they've already used all their... energy. But, let's also remember the second question. That pertains only to if the mermaids are real. Captain New Eye. Did he have a part to play in this? Were a bunch of girls wishing that they were mermaids, and so Captain New Eye, I invented mermaids by making it so that they can't have tails and that they can go off into the sea and stuff and whatnot. And that has its own set of implications that I'm not going into, and just a whole bunch of other questions that should be asked about the legitimacy of it. Or were there already mermaids? And New Eye just hey, I'm not going to make you a mermaid because there's a lot of implication about that, but hey, check it out. It's a mermaid. And her regular brother, Richard. Or was it Nixon? Hang on. It's Richard. So, yeah. Did New Eye have a part to play in this whole mermaid business? Because he's going through time and doing whatnot. Also, what's his age? Is he, like, immortal? Because we got time travel. The ability to just make you smart with food. Is there immortality? Is there, like, a fountain of youth? Because if there are mermaids and they're just a naturally occurring thing, then, like, could there be a fountain of youth too? You know, like, is this the Pirates of the Caribbean universe with, like, you know, at Stranger Tides where they're trying to find the fountain of youth and they need a mermaid tier? And I don't really have any other big questions. All the other questions just come from the previous questions anyways. Back to it. So yeah, everyone leaves Screw Eye, and Right Eye is like, hey bro, you wanna just come along and not scare children? And then Night Eye's like, Right Eye, eat Screw Eye. It's like, no. And if you're wondering where Right Eye is going, he's taking the dinosaurs and the kids to the museum. This whole movie could have been avoided if you could have just let off with that. And he leaves. And then Night Eye has this scene, which I will definitely Google.
Brother, wait. When I am alone, when I have no one to scare, I get very frightened myself. The crows could...
I can't add anything that you wouldn't feel, so let's move on. And so, we're getting our resolution. The kids are working at the museum because they need attendees. As the lady's like, you know, hey kids, come on, let's look at the dinosaurs. And the dinosaur's like, hi. And yeah. And then, turns out this was still a flashback, and the little birdie's like, hey, what happened to the kids, though? Like, what about their parents? And I'm like, oh, yeah, they became a couple. Kind of a couple. And, you know, they're hanging out and stuff. How it starts is like, you know, because, like, you know, Cecilia is, like, thirsty, and Louis, you know, it just there just has to be a romance, and the ending scene is like that. It's like Cecilia like kisses him on the cheek, and then Louis like, hey, that's not manly, and then she's like, it'd be manly if you kissed, and boy was that cringe. I won't say that I ship it, but it's not that bad of a couple. I mean, they're kids. Don't do anything, you know, because you're kids. I shouldn't have to say this, but considering the landscape of the internet, you know. And then, no, the little birdie asked about the parents. They eventually, like, met up with their parents. They don't specifically say what about Louis, or if his dad beats him. This... Does... the girl. It is actually a bit satisfying. They don't go with the parents. It's like at her introductory, there's like a photo of like family night, where she's all alone on family night. Okay, that is framed, and that is just torture. There's no reason for that to be up there. That is either a reminder to the parents that they missed their daughter's, special night, or to the daughter that we don't care about you. But in the resolution, the parents go to her family night. That's actually satisfying. I like that. That was a good scene. And then, yeah, the little birdie is fine and goes to his mom and is like, I'm not running away. And it's okay to show affection. Is that the moral of the story? Who knows what the moral of the story is? The writers? I'm not a writer. I didn't write a script. I just say things and I cut down the pauses. But yeah. I guess I gotta give this movie a score. 4 out of 10. It had some okay things about it, but everything else, no. Anyways, be sure to tune in next time in which I take out all my rage that came out on Elsa on people who think that, government safety orders are fascist. I know that sounds really specific. It's not.